I actually pulled an all-nighter playing this game a couple days ago. I just picked it up one evening and I couldn't stop playing. Cause this is the long-awaited remake that I have been asking for years. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. So Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl are the long-awaited Nintendo Switch remakes of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl for the DS. They came out, I think it was in 2006. I was in middle school at the time. Yeah, I had Diamond version, and then there was Platinum. Yeah, I know, I still have it. That was Pokemon Generation 4, which in my opinion was the last good generation in the streak. Because after that, Generation 5 came out and I was like, yeah, no thanks. So I have real fond memories of Pokemon Diamond and Platinum. I've been asking for remakes for a while. If you've been subscribed to me, you've heard me mention it a couple times. And now we finally have them for the Nintendo Switch, which means the graphics are gonna look so much better, the music's gonna sound more real, and we get to see the Sinnoh region on our TV screens. So the story in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and I assume Shining Pearl as well, is the same as it was in Diamond and Pearl, which is what I'm used to classic Pokemon stories being. You play as a young Pokemon trainer, and you're going on your journey throughout the Sinnoh region, taking on gyms, collecting badges, fighting against the evil Team Galactic. Yeah, it's your old school Pokemon game story. It's a good return to form. I mean, I'll get this out of the way. The nostalgia bomb hit me like a ton of bricks from this game. I mean, seeing the Sinnoh region again and hearing that music again, the same plot points in the story, the same dialogue. At some points throughout the story, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that from when I was in middle school. You know how your rival's always impatient, he's always thudding into you? At the very beginning where he's like, come meet me at the lake, I'm gonna find you $10 million if you're late. I was like, oh my god, I remember that. So yes, if you played Diamond or Pearl when you were younger, the nostalgia bomb's gonna hit you. There's no way around it. But of course, if you didn't play Diamond or Pearl when you were younger, this is still a pretty fun game to enjoy. And there are some features that were exclusive to Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum that are here again in this game. Like the Grand Underground. You can go underground and dig for items. I didn't do that a whole lot throughout the story, but I did a couple times because in a new addition to this game, there are also these cave areas underground where you see wild Pokemon roaming around. And I went down there a couple times to get a certain Pokemon that I wanted on my team. Because my team in this game is great, and this time I planned ahead. I knew who I wanted on my team this time around, and I went and got them. And actually, for the first time ever, I went with the grass-type starter, which in this case was Turtwig. I don't know, I guess I just wanted to do something different. No regrets though, of course, because my Torterra hits like a tank. Here's my team. Torterra, Rapidash, Lumineon, Hippowdon, Mew, and Magnezone, of course. Yeah, Mew actually came from a special offer. It was like if you have save game data from a previous Pokemon game, I think it was Sword and Shield, or Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, then you get a free Mew, along with a free Jirachi. So I was like, yeah, alright, why not? I'll make Mew a part of my team. It'll be my Psychic type. And so Mew just stuck around, and now it kicks ass. And Hippowdon because, and secrets out, I just love hippos. That's the facts. Hippos are like my second favorite animal, so I had to have a Hippowdon. And just like in previous games, your Pokemon can walk around with you, which is really nice, although they're not totally accurate size-wise. I just think Rapidash would be a little bigger than that. But it sucks that you can't ride on Rapidash, which is one of the few good things about the Let's Go games, is that some of the Pokemon that you walk around with, you can actually ride, and it gets you to places faster. Yeah, not in this game. In this game, Rapidash has shrunken, apparently, and it just walks behind you. That's kind of weird. As for Team Galactic, it's funny. I was playing this game and I was like, you're not that great of a villainous team. By that, not only do I mean that they're weak and I always beat them, but it's the fact that they're just really generic. Their goals and motivations, like they want to create a new world because the world we live in now is so flawed, such poor design in human beings. Like they reminded me of Carlton Drake from Venom, and it kind of bummed me out because I was like, oh, well, this isn't menacing at all. I don't know, they just didn't really leave an impression on me because they came off as kind of generic and therefore kind of forgettable. I will say though, towards the end of this game, it gets really hard. Like, for most of the story, I was actually flying through it. I was like, this is nothing. All the gyms and the Galactic admins, I was like, alright, there might have been some tough matches, sure, but I hardly ever lost. I lost to the third gym leader once. But other than that, I was like, alright, this game is really easy. Then I got towards the final leg of the game, and oh my god. It's like the game was like, alright, we've had fun up until this point, but now you die. It really started when I got to Dialga, the legendary Pokemon, the mascot of this game. Dialga is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. He's the master of time. And oh my god, you know how I've mentioned that I like legendary battles to be frustrating? Because it's that old school Pokemon feeling? So here, I was throwing Ultra Balls and, you know, he was breaking out. Alright, frustrating. So I kept throwing Ultra Balls and Timer Balls, and it kept breaking out, and at a point I was like, alright, this is crossing the line into too frustrating. Oh my god, it made me want to rip my freaking hair out! How many Ultra Balls and Timer Balls do I have to throw at this freaking thing? It actually got pretty infuriating at a point. When I finally caught the damn thing, I was like, I need to take a break. But friends, let me break this down for you. The hell I went through with Dialga was nothing, I repeat, nothing, compared to the hell I went through with the Elite Four. In fact, I just spent this whole day getting my clock cleaned by Cynthia, the champion. For those of you who don't know, Cynthia is known notoriously for being the most difficult Elite Four champion in the entire Pokemon franchise. I mean, the 4 Elite Four trainers, they were tough initially. They blew some good chunks out of my team for sure, but I never lost to them. I always came out on top, and then I got to Cynthia and she wiped the floor with me. She beat me 4 times before I finally just beat her. It was just my Torterra left against her Garchomp. One final Leaf Storm and victory was mine. I was like, ugh. Needless to say, this is the most stressful Pokemon game I have played in years, and I'm talking many years, like probably since my childhood days. And I think these battles were particularly tough because while I'm going throughout routes, you know, when I'm progressing the story, I tend to avoid trainers on my path because I'm the type of gamer who would rather just get through the story than take the time to fight trainers and bulk up my team. Yeah, that's too time consuming, you know? So when it comes to situations like this is the bane of my existence. I hate these scenarios because I'm like, aw, man, you're just deliberately stopping me in my tracks, when in actuality I should be grateful because battling trainers bulks up my team, makes them stronger. Plus I get money out of it. But that's how I've always been in Pokemon games. That's never changed. And of course I have got to talk about the music because the old Diamond and Pearl soundtrack has never sounded better. I don't know if this is MIDI or a real orchestra, probably some combination of both. But man, just hearing these old school tracks from my childhood, it just added to the nostalgia bomb. My favorite track has to be when you're fighting Team Galactic. That's a really cool melody right there. If the soundtrack ever becomes available, I am so getting it. So, in the end, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I loved it. I love the nostalgia bomb. I love playing it. I mean, yeah, it's true. When you're walking around, you do look like a little chibi thing. That takes some getting used to. The villains are generic. That's kind of a letdown. And the game gets so frustratingly excruciating towards the end. At least that's my experience. But you know what? For all I know, that could be my fault. Because I just didn't take the time to battle the trainers like I was supposed to. I don't know. But the game is still addicting as hell. I love my team. I love the world, the Sinnoh region. The last great generation before the franchise started going downhill, in my opinion. I'll always love it. The music is fantastic, and it's not like I'm done with the game yet. I still got a whole post-game to take on, and I can't wait to get started. So, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, have you played it? Or Shining Pearl, have you beaten it? What do you think about it? Who's on your team? And what is your favorite Pokemon generation so far? That's a good question. I want to know, so whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get started on that post-game. Gotta go catch that pesky Mesprit. Peace!